Again, the Fight Insider. I'm here with Keeton Gorton, 6-5. He's going to be fighting Isaiah Gutierrez, who is 6-1. And it's going to be January 14th, LFA 121. This is the first time I've got to actually speak to you. We talked a little bit about your early beginnings as far as LFC. So we'll kind of get to that, but let's talk a little bit about you. What got you into fighting, and what gets you, getting doing interviews.
Well, so I've been doing this, man, for probably good 10 to 12 years now, and I started in Greenville with the chop shop. Just kind of worked my way up over the years. I just started fighting because I just like the physicality of it. I just like to push myself, and every fight you win, you keep either going up or you go backwards, and it's been a long career. But as long as I kept going forward, I just stuck with it. So.
And as far as your camp, your coaches, your gym, let's talk a little bit about that. A lot of times people see the fighters, but they don't know all the people that go in, to making you. So let's talk a little bit about your gym and then your coaches.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm with McSweeney's Martial Arts in Plano now. I train a few days with the Jiu-Jitsu gym in Grip Game Jiu-Jitsu in Dennison's, where my hometown is. So I have two families. But for this camp, I was with James McSweeney, and we just got Joe Priest from Tiger Muay Thai. He just started over there. So, man, we've just since I started at McSweeney's, we've really grown this fight team, and we've got some serious talent. We've got some up and comers for sure, young guys that are just awesome. So, man, I couldn't be in a better place. This fight for me is just going to be the next step. I think it's the same for him, so it's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, with McSweeney coming in, he just brought in more talent to the
yeah. And then with John coming in too, man, it's just we got it going on up there. So
yeah, that's awesome. Exciting. So I was looking at some film of you. I guess, would you say, are you more of a ground fighter or a striker? And I go more off of the bench fight because I can tell you I would never want you to get my back and get that lock, that rear naked. That didn't look pleasant. So talk a little bit, which one do you feel a little bit more comfortable with?
Well, that's changed a little bit over the years. I'd say if you'd asked me the same question a year or two ago, it'd be the ground. Mm-hmm. But now going with James, and I started Dutch kickboxing when I first started. And so it just that gym kind of shut down. I went to the jiu-jitsu one, so I was more ground-based. But going to McSweeney's, it brings everything together. We got a good wrestling coach, Joe, and so right now, man, I think my stand-up is just as good as my ground. So that's exciting.
And you're coming off, and you're not in a decision win, correct? Yeah, so so you're pretty, you feel a lot real confident.
Yeah, well, I was 4-1. I just pretty much controlled the whole fight. We didn't do anything crazy, didn't have to. So that was the plan, just get a good win under my belt against a well-known dude in the Oklahoma area. And then we built off that. So this is kind of that next step. So.
And then you got Isaiah Gutierrez. So you're stepping out. He's 6-1, LFA vet. Talk a little bit about what you and your coaches are expecting and the types of things that you were just focused on during camp.
Yeah, he's tough, man. I watch. He doesn't have a whole lot of fights out there to watch, but you're as good as your last fight. I watched that. I actually fought the guy that he fought last, so I expect him to be game everywhere. So I think I bring a little bit more. I don't think he's ever faced anyone like me, so I think that's a little different. I have a few more fights in him, but I expect to be tough everywhere. But I'm gonna go in there and get the job done for sure.
And I'd like to give the fighters, the floor there toward the end. Anybody that you want to thank, as far as whether your friends, family, coaches.
Yeah, for sure. James McSweeney for just bringing me in and making me feel at home. He's been a really, really solid coach. JJ Thompson back at Grip Game, where I'm my hometown. All the guys at McSweeney's, all my training partners. John coming in, Joe. Scott Phillips, just everybody that's helped me get here, man. It's been a long road. I've gone through some injuries and set me back, but I keep going, so I'm excited for tomorrow night for sure.
So come check out Keeton Gorton, 6-5. He's going to be fighting Isaiah Gutierrez, LFA 121 at the Factory in Deep Ellum. If you can't make it out, check it out on UFC Fight Pass. And also check out the Fight Insider and subscribe.